Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do the usual disclaimers, and yes, I'm coming to you early because I'm doing this during VTO. Alright, folks, if you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic very obviously refused, so you know the drill. Please read the article, share on all your social media. Also included is NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever actually does see through with their threat. Trigger warning 1, when we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you do got young children present, please use your headphones. Trigger warning 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion. We do speak on dark subjects. If your kid is 16 or younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is advised. So where we left off yesterday when I gave up after one video, because God, I was tired. While punishment-based techniques may appear in textbooks that provide an overview of treatments for completeness, such references often caveat the use of punishment-based techniques as less beneficial than others. That doesn't make it okay, Karen. I don't care if but we said other ways might be more beneficial. It shouldn't be in your textbooks. It should not be being taught. You should not be engaging in either physical or psychological fuckery in regards to anyone's treatment program. What is there not to get here? Okay? You work in medicine. You do not work for the Inquisition. Okay? It's unacceptable. Get it out of the textbooks. Quit teaching it in ABA schools. Stop all the aversive stupidity. And for the love of God, stop trying to hammer out behaviors out of us that do not harm us or anyone else. Because at the end of the day, the reason why you don't want your kid to STEM is not because of anything that has to do with benefiting them. It's because you don't like the way people look at you. It's a you problem. We shouldn't have to suffer for it. All right? As we stated in the proposed rule, a 2008 survey of the members of the Association for Behavior Analysis, may it die in a fire, found that providers generally view punishment procedures as having more negative side effects and being less successful than other reinforcement procedures. For the love of God, let me spell it out for you. It's the same thing we found out in the 90s with neurotypical kids. Corporal punishment tends to bring out negative, even worse behaviors as a response than it does teach anything. Okay? But you gotta know there's consequences for your actions. I am an autistic living in a neurotypical world, Karen. This was already drilled in my head before I even set foot inside a public school. I got the memo. All of us have got the memo. Okay? If you understand that these behaviors are coming because they are the diagnosis that they are, The idea of punishing them for it is psychotic. If we're talking medical treatment, if we're talking mental health treatment in particular, the idea is to get to the root core, because behavior doesn't just spring up out of nowhere. That's how sane people treat mental health. That's how sane people do medicine, period. Treating the symptoms, well, you see where I'm going, right? Or as my grandpa said, I can't fix it if I don't know what is broke. If there is something going on that is triggering that behavior, it would actually be more logical to find out what that is and then come up with a game plan from there than it is go do timeout. Because I have a very clear memory. Timeout did absolutely nothing. Okay, I'm going to go stare at the wall and not talk to people. Are you threatening me with a good time? I have no filter now, and I really had no filter then, folks. The study of punishment to treat SIB or AB peaked in the 1980s and has been declining steadily ever since. Yeah. We got to get it out of the model entirely. And you say, but it's been on the decline. It's not really a part of standard practice. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. If your kid is screaming in pain because they are in the ninth circle of sensory hell, and you will do nothing, you will just let them sit there in pain and agony, screaming, because the ABA professional told you that you cannot respond to them or show them any form of affection unless they respond in the preconditioned response they're trying to force us to have. It's psychotic. Okay? To ignore a child in pain. But it's not normal to be that way, Tiff. What part of nobody is normal is difficult to grasp here. I am beyond tired of neurotypicals being held up as the pinnacle of saneness that I should aspire to attain. Have you seen these people lately? Have you really looked out there? Everyone has lost their minds. And somebody forgot to send me the memo, because logic, facts, reason, evidence, none of that matters anymore. It's clickbait, knee-jerk emotional reactions to everything. Want to know what's polarizing the US right now? Everybody has been conditioned to essentially react emotionally to everything. And the right can try to use that as a hammer as much as they want to, but they are just as bad. They are 100% just as bad. Okay? Excuse me if my life goal is to obtain that level of saneness, right? There are times, especially right now, watching the world around me, where I just sit here and say from the depths of my soul, thank fuck I am neurodivergent. And I've been saying it more and more these days, okay? That should not be the goal. The goal should be that I am able to interact with society. I am able to be a part of the community. I am out to be able to live as close to an interdependent life as humanly possible. That should be the goal. Community-based supports with a circle of support around you and a circle of support to lean on when you need it. That should be the goal. Not trying to pigeonhole us and force us to become something that we're not. Because all you're doing is forcing us to become academy level actors. Ask any actor how exhausted they are after a 13-hour day. I don't doubt that they love their job. We don't love ours. There's nothing beneficial in it for us, psychologically, community wise, because let me tell you something, as someone who has maxed for years on end, no matter how good you are, they still know. So it actually ends up changing nothing. Makes people like me just that much more resentful. Okay? We can't have a standard of care, a form of treatment that centers the treatment around everybody else but the patient. Where the patient's wants, hopes, dreams, what they think, what they feel, gets completely ignored and thrown away. We're going to go ahead and close on that thought, folks, but let me follow it up with this. If we don't stop trying to force others, particularly us atypical folks, to be something that we're not, it's going to come to a head. It's not going to be pretty. All right, now we're going to close on that. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do tend to get removed from time to time. You know the drill, folks. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to hit those comments. I appreciate your time this afternoon. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you again here in a few seconds. Bye-bye, everyone.